Sometimes I wonder like how I got here. I thought I pretty much had my life together, but lots of things cause people to not be at their best. And I look at my life and I'm like, okay, well, I had a divorce. I think about so much because I want to get back on track. And I think about my son. He's my main priority. I don't want anything to happen to him or ruin his future. Elijah. Elijah. I think the wrong perception that people may have about homelessness is that they don't try to do anything with their life. They're just lazy. There are people out there who just find themselves where they're at, but they really want to be someplace else. And that's me. Well, my name is Serwa I have a son. He's 6 years old. His name is Elijah Davis. He's a great kid. He's beautiful.
That's Sam I am.
So here's this kid who's been devastated by a breakup in a relationship and a single mom and her child who've ended up homeless.
I had been working and living with a friend. The living arrangements didn't work out and I abruptly had to move. I ended up losing my job, and finally when an opportunity came about, I came to the rescue mission here. They provide shelter and food. I can interact with other women who've gone through similar situations.
I talked to a single mom yesterday who said kids are getting a little worried. They don't know if Santa's coming this year. They're getting nervous, you know. Everybody else in the world's celebrating. Are my kids going to get to take part in it? We're having our annual Christmas store. We transform our chapel so that families can come. Parents can shop for their children, and the children have some fun out in the bounce houses and things while the moms shop, and then the children get to shop for their parents.
For the Christmas store today, they picked us up on the rescue mission bus and they brought us down to the Union Rescue Mission in downtown LA. They gave us little vouchers and they're for the kids. We got in line and they let us come into the store. My son actually went to a different area and I went to the store and chose gifts for him. While I was there choosing gifts, he was choosing gifts for me.
We used to show up at people's houses, or volunteers would call and say, I want to provide Christmas for a family. Then they'd show up in the room, they'd bring the gifts. The kids would know where the gifts came from. They didn't come from mom and dad, came from these volunteers. And you'd see the parents' face and disappointment in the corner, like, you know, I couldn't provide Christmas for my kids, but these strangers can. And it hurt the parents, it broke their hearts. So we wanted to do Christmas in a way that lifts their hope and lifts their hearts and makes them feel like, yes, I provided Christmas for my children.
I was worried about Christmas and providing for my son, but there was a ton of donations. We got a tree along with the decorations, and here today they provided toys for him and they allowed him to go choose a toy for me.
I got my mom clothes.
Did you get her?
Clothes and a purse.
A lot of times kids get presents from their parents but never get a chance to shop for their parents. So we've added that this year to the Christmas store.
I'm gonna open one today.
I was thinking about it yesterday, and families who are homeless, really, this is the toughest time of year. I think that's the way they're all feeling. Everybody else in the world's celebrating. Are my kids going to get to take part in it this year? And these couple of days here at the mission answer that, yes. Christmas is going to arrive this year for your family, and you are going to be able to provide for your kids.
During the past year, during my divorce and everything, I had kind of lost faith in God, because sometimes you feel like you're alone in the world, but it's good to know that you're not, that God really does work through people, and He does love me and my son, and I don't know where I'd be without URM.